So paper 2, I'm going to start with the coordinate geometry of the line, and the first question I'm going to do is from the 2021 paper, and it's question 3. Okay, so we'll start by saying a line N passes through the point A, minus 1, 2, and B, 0, minus 2. Write the equation of n, and it says to write it in the form y equals mx plus c. So they want y on one side of the equals and everything else on the other side of the equals. So first of all, in order to write that equation, okay, so the formula of the equation you'll find on tables page 18, and it's y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. Now, you need a point and you need the slope. We're given the point, we're told it goes through both of those points, so we'll take the point 1 minus 1, 2. Minus 1, 2. Is that the right? Minus 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing you need to do then is find the slope, because you can't find the equation without the slope. So you have to start with the slope. So the slope is the rise over the run. So your points are minus 1, 2, and 0, minus 2. Okay. So that is your run going along the x, and the second number is your rise. So you ask yourself, the slope is the rise over the run. So you ask yourself, how many steps does the rise take? So from 2 to minus 2, first of all it's going backwards, and it goes back 2 to 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. So it's going back 4 steps. So the rise is back 4. What's the run? The run is from minus 1 to 0. So it's going forward 1. So it's minus 4 over 1. Anything that's written over 1 can be written without the 1 underneath it. All numbers can be written as a fraction over 1. If you want to use the formula, here's the slope formula here. It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You will have those in your tables. Y2 is minus 2 minus 2 over x2 is 0 minus 1. So minus 2 gives you minus 4, and minus by minus is plus 1. Okay, same answer, whichever way works for you to get it. I personally prefer doing that, but you will have the formulas, so you can do it that way. Okay, so now that we know our slope is m, we can go back and do our equation. So y, this is your x1, this is your y1. Y minus 2 is equal to minus 4, x minus 1. Okay? So y minus 2 is equal to, multiply this in, minus 4x, and minus 1 gives you plus 1. It says it wants it in the form y equals x plus c, mx plus c, because that tells you that the slope is in front of the x. So I don't want this 2 with the y, so I'm going to add it. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side, and your equation of this line is y equals minus 4x plus 3. Okay? Right, right, for question 3b, you are told that the diagram below shows the line L, which is 3x minus 4y equals 5, and the point P, which is 6 minus 3. And they want you to find the equation of the line K through the point P that is perpendicular to the line L. So what they're checking here is, do you know how to get, if you know the slope of a line, do you know how to get the perpendicular slope of a line? Okay, so this is the diagram we have. All right, and so what you need is you need to get the slope of this line here, L. Okay, and to get the slope of L, we need 2 points. So I'm going to use this point here, which is over 7 and up 4. So I'm going to use 7, 4, and I'm going to use this point here, which is over 3 and up 1. So I'm going to do 7, 4, 3, 1. They're the points I'm going to use. I'm going to write 3, 1 down first because it's nearest to the axle. So the points on L are 3, 1, and 7, 4. Okay, so I want to get the rise over the run to get the slope. So that's your run, that's your rise. So 3 to 7 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 4 steps and you're going forwards 4, so it's positive. 1 to 4 is 3 steps and you're going forward, so it's positive. So the slope of L is 3 over 4. So we're looking to get the equation of the line K, which is perpendicular to L. So if L slope is 3 over 4, then K slope, you turn it upside down and you change the sign. So 3 over 4 becomes minus 4 over 3. Okay? And once you've done that, it's just straightforward. I'm not going to do it again because I've just done it. Just put in your point, which we're told is P 6 minus 3. Put in your point, put in your slope, which we now know is minus 4 over 3, and just work it out. Okay, same way as the one we just did. The only thing I'll say about that, y minus minus 3 equals minus 4 over 3 and x minus 6. The only thing I'll say to you is don't forget to multiply by 3. Y plus 3 equals minus 4 over 3 x minus 6. Multiply everything by 3 to get rid of that, so you end up with 3y plus 9 equals minus 4x minus 4 by x minus 6. Okay, so that's the only bit of that I'm going to show you. The rest of it, same as what we've just done in the previous question, so I'm not going to go over it again. The last part, part 3, is find the intersection between the lines 3x minus 4 minus 4y equals 5 and 2x minus y equals 10. 2x minus y equals 10. The only thing I'm going to say to you, this is a simultaneous equation. When you see the intersection of a line, simultaneous equation. So we did that yesterday in the algebra. 2 simultaneous equations. Those videos, I'll put links to them, they're on YouTube and you can refresh yourself how to do simultaneous equation. Okay, so that's how you do that bit. Okay, 2021, question 4. And it starts off with a diagram. Okay. And you're given 2 points, A and B, and you simply have to read the points. So to find out what the point A is, first of all, see how much you go over. So you go over 6, and you go up 2. So your point A is 6, 2. Your point B, you go back to minus 2 and you go down to minus 4. So B is minus 2 minus 4. Okay, so that's that first part. Then find the coordinates of the midpoint. So A we said was 6, 2. And B is minus 2 minus 4. Now, what you're doing is you're getting the halfway mark between these two sets of numbers. So if you write them like that, what you can simply do is add them together and find the halfway mark. So 6 minus 2 is 3. And that's that right, isn't it? No, 6 minus 2 is 4. If I say stupid things like that, please, for God's sake, somebody correct me. 6 minus 2 is 4. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. And then half that, divide the whole thing in 2. And you get 2 minus 1. Okay, you get that as your midpoint. Now, you can do it that way, just by common sense. You're just getting the numbers in between. Another way you can do it is you can draw out a number line. Okay, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and you can check 6 to minus 2, so 6 to minus 2, you see where they meet, they come together at 2. Okay, that's another way of doing it. 2 to minus 4, so 2 minus 4. Go back 1, forwards 1, and they meet here at minus 1. So your point is 2 minus 1. So that's another way of doing it. Just draw it out in the number line and find the middle line. And then to use the formula, midpoint is here. So it is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, which is 6 plus minus 2 over 2, and y1 is 2 plus minus 4 over 2. 6 plus minus 2 is 4 over 2. 2 plus minus 4 is minus 2 over 2, which becomes 4 divided by 2 is 2, minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. Okay, no matter what way you do it, you're going to get the same answer. There's the 3 different ways that you can do getting the midpoint. Whichever way works for you, you can do whichever one of them. Okay, so we're now doing bits of question 10. So we are going to start with 10A part, yes, I think 10A part 1. So a TY Maths class has created a game involving coordinate treasure map. The game consists of tasks that involve directions, distances and locations. The tasks in the game are based on the map. So the treasure is hidden at location T minus 2 minus 5. Mark T on the map where this treasure can be found. So simply, the last time we read from the map to get the point. Now you're drawing in the point. So the point is T minus 2 minus 5. So you go back 2 and down 5. So that's where t is. Okay, so back 2, down 5 to get t. Next, F is located on the map. The point F is a line which consists of a 3 minus 5 and has a slope of minus 1. Okay, very important. Slope of minus 1. Okay, that can be written as minus 1 over 1 or 1 over minus 1. And what these do is these give you your directions to draw your slope. So remember, the top one is your rise and the bottom is your run. When it's a minus number, you're going down the way. When it's a plus number on the run, you're going forward. When it's a rise number and it's a plus, the lift is going up. When it's a minus number and it's a run, we're going backwards. Okay, so it's all about directions. So on this, what you want to do is you have to draw your lines. It's the easiest way to do it is to draw your lines. So the first thing it tells you is, well, we're going to draw the line point, the line that the point F is on, and it's also on B, which has a slope of 0. If it has a slope of 0, that means it's a straight line. So you start by drawing in B, which just goes straight over to the edge of your map. Just draw a line straight over. Okay, both sides straight over. Okay, then the next thing you do is you draw in, you go to A, which is on the map here, and you draw your slope. Okay, so how you do that is you go over and down, over and up, back and up. So forward and down, forward and up. So if this is your point, okay, and the slope is minus 1, then that means both of these work. So if I do this one first, the run is going over and the rise is going down 1. Okay, so that's 1. Then this one, the run is going backwards and the rise is going up. The run is going backwards and the rise is going up. If I kept doing this one, over, down, over, down, over, up, over, up, over, up, and you keep doing that until your line meets B. Okay? So you keep drawing that until your line meets B, and where the two lines meet, that is your point F. So the next bit we're going to do is question 10b, part 1. And this involves getting distance. Now, the 2 points we have to get our distance is from B, 6, 4, to C, minus 3, 2. So 6, 4 to minus 3, 2. I think that's correct. Yes. So there's, you can use the distance formula I'll show you in a minute. You can get the slope, so the rise over the run. The run in this is from 6 to minus 3, so it's backwards 6, 7, 8, 9. And the rise is 4 to 2, so it's backwards 2. Okay? And once you have your slope, you can use those two numbers to get your distance, which is, remember we're doing the modulus in complex numbers, same thing. Okay? The square root of 2 squared plus 9 squared. I'm not bothering with the minus because minus by minus gives you plus. Even if you put in minus 2 minus 9, you're going to get the same answer. 2 squared plus 9 squared is the square root of 85. Because 2 squared becomes 4 and that becomes 81. Okay? that's how to get the distance using the slope. To get the distance using the formula, x2 minus x1 to be squared plus y2 minus y1 to be squared. So it is the square root of x2 is minus 3 minus x1 is 6 to be squared plus y2 is 2 minus 4, which is y1 to be squared. So it's the square root of minus 9 to be squared plus minus 2 to be squared, which is the square root of 85. Okay, same no matter what you do. And that's how to get the distance. In this, they then ask you to crack the code, which is the distance to the power of 4. So in your calculator, you just get that to the power of 4. Okay, so put that into your calculator. Which one is the good one without the line? So it is square root 85 to the power of, oh no, not that, over to the power of 4. And you get your code is 7225. Okay, so that's how you do that into your calculator. Just one more thing to mention about this. We got the slope of this as minus 2 over minus 9. Now, I left it like that for the sake of getting the distance, but if you're actually getting that as the slope, 2 minuses give you a plus. So it would be plus 2 over 9. Okay? We talked about the perpendicular slope is you turn it upside down and change the sign. The other thing is a parallel slope. So if it's a parallel slope, it's exactly the same. There's 2 parallel lines will have the exact same slope. So that's sort of one of the last things to know about this little section. So then we're just going to go on to do area. Question 2, part C. Okay, so the last thing to do here really is the area of a triangle. And in 2020 question 2, part C, you're given a triangle ABC. Okay, and you're asked to get the area, and you're told that the coordinates of A is 4, 6. The coordinates of B is minus 2, 2. And the coordinates of C are 10, 0. Okay? So the area of a triangle is half x2, y1. Nope, other way around. x1, y2 minus x2, y1. Okay? Notice you only have x1 and x2, but here you have 3. So the first thing you have to do is reduce it down to just 2 points. And the way you do it is by moving one of the points to 0, 0. So I'm going to move 4, 6 to 0, 0. So we have A, we have B, and we have C. I'm going to move this to 0, 0. Whatever you do to one, you have to do to them all. So B becomes minus 6 minus 4, and C becomes 6 minus 6. So we're going to put that into our formula. So it is half of minus 6 by minus 6 minus 6 by 4. And those lines mean you don't take any negative values. And if you end up with a negative in between the line, you just use the positive value of it. So this is half 36 plus 24, which is 30. Okay. Remember, you're asked to get the area, so it is do you bother putting in centimetres squared? It hasn't told us. I think just leave it as that. Usually if it's measurements you put in like that, centimetres squared, but I think you can just leave it like that for this. Okay.